Hey guys, so I was inspired to do this video after watching Christopher Realism's I Read Banned Books video that he made. So I thought since today is the last day in Banned Books Week that I would show you guys my favorite banned books. And these are in no particular order, so I'm just going to show you guys the ones that I have. The first one I have to show you guys is Beautiful Creatures by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stohl. I really love this book. I love the story and the characters and the new take on like witches, because in this book they're called casters. The next book I have here is The Time Traveler's Wife. I read this book when the movie came out, I think a few years ago, and I absolutely loved it. I have never really read a book that was based on the concept of time traveling, so I really loved this book, and everybody who has not read it should read it because it's amazing. The next one I have here is a classic, and it is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I adore this book. I read it for the first time in my senior year of high school, and I loved it so much. It's such a good story and has great lessons, and the characters are beautiful, and it's just a really great book. I love it so much. The next one I have talked about a lot actually on this channel, and it is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. I also really love this book. It made me cry so hard, and it's just such a beautiful story told in the point of view of an innocent child during a really horrible time in history. And the next one I have is The Help by Kathryn Stockett, and this is one of my all-time favorite books, period. It is definitely on the top 10 if I were ever to come up with the top 10. I don't remember if I saw the movie or read the book first, but both were amazing. I know how some booktubers that I've watched are really fascinated with like Russia or different points in history or different things, I guess, and one of my favorite things to read about is books based kind of like in the 50s and 60s with segregation. Obviously not because I like enjoy it like that, but I just find it really fascinating to read about. The other book I have is The Secret Life of Bees, which takes place kind of in the same time with, you know, the segregation and stuff like that, and I just really love reading books based in that time. So these two are definitely my favorites in that sense. The next book I have here is another great book that made me cry really hard, and it is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Besides the 50s and 60s thing, I also really love reading historical fiction around World War II, kind of like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. But yeah, this book is another one of my absolute favorites. It made me cry like a baby at the end. It's just such a great story. The next book I don't have a physical copy of, but it is The Grapes of Wrath, and I love this book so much. It tells the story of a family during the Great Depression, and it is just so fascinating, and it gives you an inside look on what it was like for these people to move to California and then find out that there was nothing there either. And it's just a really touching and inspiring book that I really liked. I think I read it when I was either in 9th or 10th grade, but I remember loving it so much.